Hey everybody, here we're looking at my dad's Canon gun safe, and this video I'm going to be telling you some experiences about what we recently went through with it in regarding something that went wrong with this thing. This gun safe is we've had it for around 6 months. It's a rather nice gun safe. It's got a lot of room inside of it, and one thing I like about it, it's got a Ethernet jack on the back, so you can actually install a network attached storage device inside the cabinet. So like, let's say if your house catches fire, you can store your important files on hard drives in a NAS device inside of this thing and save your files, just in case something happened like that. That's a rather neat feature about it. But anyways, my dad got this on sale. I think it was either Bass Pro Shops or Tractor Supply, Black Friday. He actually got it later in December because he had to order a rain check. But anyways, the reason why I am posting this secure computer channel is because you're about to hear some funny stuff that's electronic related, and it's in regards to the locking mechanism on this gun safe. Now, as you can see, the lock that's installed on it now is mechanical. Just your old-fashioned lock. Yeah, you don't ever have to worry about one of these messing up. But the stock lock on this thing was electronic, and it failed in a rather drastic way. Basically, if you go to Bass Pro Shops or I guess maybe Tractor Supply or one of those places that has gun safes like this, you'll notice many of them have electronic keypad locks on them. It was circular, kind of like this, and it had had a number pad on it. And of course, you had a combination to punch in to unlock the safe. And basically what happened was the lock failed and we could not get inside this thing. But get this, it was a dead short in the locking mechanism. Basically, the 9-volt battery was suddenly dead. So we hooked up a new one and noticed that the keypad wasn't working. So I was thinking, oh, maybe the battery's dead. So I go grab a multimeter. By the time I was back, the battery was scorching hot. Yes, sounds like a fire hazard to me. But yeah, this thing had a dead short in it. Now it gets better. Just wait till I tell you about the warranty support here. Now Canon strives to have very good warranty service. If something goes wrong, they're going to be there to fix it, or they're going to hire somebody to fix it for you. Now, I guess the lady who is involved with warranty services there may not be highly experienced with electronics and stuff like that, but basically, first thing, now of course I didn't talk to him because if I'd have talked to him, things would have probably been a little crazy. Now, I think my mom dealt with most of the warranty support, but get this. We told her it was shorting out, it was getting hot. First thing she tried to say was, "You probably have it installed backwards." Well, there's only one problem with that. You can't install a 9-volt battery backwards. I mean, look at this. It's pretty obvious you can't install one of these things backwards. They're pretty much dummy proof. But first she said, "Oh, you probably installed it backwards," and then she said, "No, you need to use a DURACELL alkaline battery. Don't matter what brand. I mean, you must use a DURACELL alkaline." First thing she tried to say is, "Well, you're using a lithium 9-volt." It's like, "No, we're using an alkaline." And I believe it's a Rayvac brand. But see, the funny thing is, she's saying, "Oh, you need to use a DURACELL." Now, for those out there who are familiar with electronics, know that there's not really much difference between a DURACELL alkaline, a Rayvac alkaline, or an Energizer alkaline. They're alkaline batteries. Maybe probably the biggest difference between the different brands is the capacity. But that being aside, she was like, "Oh, you need to get you needed to use a DURACELL alkaline battery." Kind of reminds me of when I was dealing with Seaton, and Seaton is a company that makes TV tuners, and I was having to deal with them, and they were kind of getting me to run around kind of like this too. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. The thing had a dead short. The lock had a dead short in it. I mean, the keypad was getting scorching hot, the battery was getting scorching hot. Obviously something was wrong. And it wasn't going to matter what the power source was, whether it's lithium, alkaline, or if you hooked up a power supply to it, it'd still get hot because there's a short. So, obviously my mom had to waste her time by going to Food Line to pick up a DURACELL 9-volt battery, which obviously did the same thing. It got scorching hot because it was dead shorted. So, finally, she was able to get in touch with the same lady again, and of course, obviously, letting her know that using a DURACELL battery would not work. Now, obviously, I knew this right from the get-go. And next, they were going to say, "Oh, well, we're going to supply you with the equipment. You fix it yourself." And obviously, we're not buying that. And eventually, they hired a locksmith to come out here and install this thing. So yeah, and get this. This is what the locksmith told us. The electronic keypads are about good for 3 years. 3 years. These kinds of locks, these mechanical ones, he says are good for around 60 years. Now, obviously, you know, I like electronics, I like computers and stuff like that, but I personally think there are some things that computers and electronics should stay away from, and that's a lock. I mean, think about it. The original lock had to have a power source to work, and if something failed in it, you just couldn't get inside your safe or your gun cabinet. But in this case, this mechanical lock, it'd take a lot to mess it up. You'd have to have, I mean, because the simple fact it's mechanical and not electronic. But anyways, just trying to make a video about that. And I think the funniest thing in this whole ordeal was the warranty support, saying we had to use a DURACELL battery. Anyways, just to share my opinions here. And I'm not saying Canon safes are bad. I mean, these, it seems like a pretty stout safe, and obviously, I seriously doubt that they made the electronic locks, but seriously. The thing would look, the electronic lock looked really cheap, and unfortunately, I don't have it because the locksmith has had to take it back in for, I guess, warranty validation, but seriously. There are some things that I think electronics should stay out of, and I think locks are one of those things. So anyways, any questions or comments? Feel free to ask, and thanks for watching.